All right. Okay. Something new for today. Trying to help the people find the way. Sometimes I get stuck and it just takes a minute to loosen up and get out of my own way. But I always feel like at the end of the day, I still got something new to say. So I'm going to try to keep bringing it like I do. So for you, the title or topic for today, or the thought, is that money always changes, goes through different phases, rearranges, just like life, right? So, first, I'm gonna give a quick preview of what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna go over my own personal experience with this topic. Gonna get into the mindset before I drop how to take action. Looking at how everything in life changes over time. Looking at why expecting things to go a certain way or be a certain way is a waste of time and energy. Looking at how everyone has the potential or the same potential to be rich and happy. Looking at how trying to control your life or other people's lives will make becoming rich and happy more difficult. And then when it comes to taking action, it's really all about knowing yourself, not putting any conditions on like the things or the money that you want to make, and really like just seeking out the truth in that, becoming aware of your attention and your focus. So don't let the negative eat you up like a locust. Keep it on the positive. So I would give my own example. Gonna trample my thoughts out real quick. So I would have to say that different phases in my life I've been satisfied with different levels of income, right? Like one phase of my life I was really struggling just to make like $30,000 a year, and I thought that was like a lot of money, right? I thought that was a ton of money. I'm talking like 30,000 US. Now I make that amount of money super easy, and I don't really see it being that much money at all, right? I got different levels, right, that I got my sights on, working towards different things. Only now what I learned from like those other phases that I don't really have to struggle like I used to get it, right? That's not something that I really have to do. I can see how easy the money can come if I just focus on what's good and focus on really providing the best value and being happy and all that kind of thing. So, when you look at money, due to inflation, the dollar is slowly losing its value over time, right? So the value of the dollar compared to different world currencies are also always fluctuating, right? They're always going up and down. So money's always changing. Life is always changing, right? And I used to, not invest in any kind of like traditional markets like stocks or bonds due to high fees, a few other like reasons. But now, really, thanks to one disruptor startup company that started off offering investing without fees, the big corporate investing platforms have started to offer no fee investing, and they're even starting to compete over giving people higher interest rates for just keeping their money in the platforms. And that's important because when it comes to investing, one of the best strategies you can have is just to have money sitting, on an investing platform for an opportunity, because the best opportunities you never really know when they're going to come up, but you just want to have that money sitting there waiting ready for it. So, just something like that really changed my whole mindset towards investing in those kind of opportunities. So, yeah, getting into really like the mindset of the topic, what I'm talking about today is how everything changes over time, right? Money changes in the value it's worth. The things money buy can change in their value to you, right? One day you might buy a motorcycle. One day you might buy a computer. The next year that motorcycle, you just don't don't care to ride it anymore. The next 2 years later, that computer is outdated and you can't do the things that you want to do with it. You got to get something new, right? So people also change in regards to what they want in life. And, you know, when I look at why expecting things to go a certain way or be a certain way is a waste of time or energy, this is because putting expectations on other people will usually end up disappointing you and also the people that you put these expectations on. Just like putting expectations on money and what it will do for you will tend to disappoint you because you know that's always going to be changing. It's better to just, I would say, focus on the value that you can provide other people, right? Because that's going to really be something that you have more control over. And the more value that you provide to people, the best that you can, the more you're going to see in return. So like everyone has the same potential to be rich and happy. Some people have a more difficult time making this happen because of usually limiting beliefs, right? Like subconscious stuff that they picked up that they don't really have much like control or knowledge over where or why they even do it. So some people make the decision to become rich or happy by any means necessary, right? And they make this happen very quickly. While other people, they make that decision and it takes them a while. But the main thing is that, you know, you just got to make that decision that it's something that you want to do and that you're going to do it. That's the main thing. So trying to control your life or other people's lives, thinking that it's going to make you, you know, more happy, bring you more money, is just going to make things more difficult, right? Because if you're always trying to work hard towards something, you won't have much time to rest and reflect on how you feel at your best. So once you let go of all the titles that you think you need to make money or get the things that you think you need to know, you will see the truth much clearer and easier. And once you see this truth, you can really provide the most value while feeling at your best. And everything you want will come to you much easier. So when it comes to taking action, you really just got to know yourself, right? The better you know yourself, the more, you know, intention that you have to understand yourself better is going to equate to the clearer that you will be on what you want when it comes to things and especially money and how to use that money. And the better you know yourself, the better you will be able to find the best way that you can provide value to other people. And this will have the greatest impact on how much money you receive in return. So don't put conditions on what you want or the money that you want to make. Most of the time, conditions do not actually exist, right? People just create these conditions in their own minds, and then this brings these conditions into reality, right? So like the harder you think about stuff, I mean, the more, you know, you put your focus on it, the more these conditions are going to come through or come true. So if you think you need a certain degree, you think you need to, you know, live in a certain place, whatever it is, I mean, the more you think that, the more that's going to be your reality. So conditions have the ability to block the things you want from coming to you. So you want to develop a strong urge to seek out the truth in your life, because the truth will never change, right? It does not take a lot of work or thinking to know the truth. The truth is something that you understand intuitively. And once you become clear on what is true to you, you will no longer feel the need to get things or make a certain amount of money in order to convince your thinking mind that you'll be a better person once you have these things, right? You'll realize that you have the ability right now to provide value in your own unique way to other people, which is going to in turn come back to you and bring you more abundance in life, whether it's money, people, stuff, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So you got to become more aware of where you place your attention or focus. Your focus is one of the most powerful things that you have control over in life. This awareness of focus is a skill that anyone can learn. It's best to focus on your own self instead of focusing on what other people are doing. Because when you focus on your own happiness, instead of comparing yourself to other people, you're going to end up knowing yourself a lot better. And this will show you what you need to be rich and happy. Watching other people will show you what makes them rich and happy. And then you can get confused, forget what's true to you, and start thinking that, what works for someone else is going to work for you. So, that's about it for today. That's about all I got to say. Go ahead and smash up the likes if you haven't already. Comments or questions that you got, go ahead and leave them in the box. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification. Gonna keep doing what I'm doing, pursuing what I'm pursuing. And I'm out for today. Peace.